let's cut to the chase, fuckers.
Oh,
We're late.
yeah. We messed up. We goofed up. And we should be cancelled for it.
This is the first time, actually.
This is the first time we've ever been late or bad in our lives. Mm-hmm. So consider that before you judge us too harshly.
I wanted to reach 30 before I was bad. But unfortunately, I just missed it. Mm-hmm. We're not technically a day late. This is a Monday podcast, and it will be up on a Monday.
It is up on a Monday.
But we usually put them up early.
Yeah.
But we couldn't because of that sweet, sweet toilet water.
Oh, God. Yeah, no one knows why we're late yet. Mm-mm. So, because you put out a tweet just saying something happened. Mm-hmm. And I put out a much funnier tweet.
You did. It did underperformed.
Yeah.
let's just say that.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, there was some house troubles and we had to have a repair guy over, so that put us behind. All that's technically true.
Yes.
But what actually happened was that there's 3 bathrooms in the house. The one downstairs, it's not used that often.
No.
Just started overflowing on its own. Like, no one flushed it and then it overflowed. That's usually how toilets work. It was like I was doing laundry and then the laundry caused the toilet to just overflow with disgusting water.
Yeah.
And so, I've touched toilet water way more than I'd like to in the last 24 hours. I got it on my feet
at first it was just overflowing water, right?
Yeah.
But then something else happened and then it started overflowing bad stuff.
Yeah.
Nasty, gross, bad stuff.
Nasty, shitty water.
Yeah. And you know what? This wouldn't have happened in the UK. I'm just telling you right now.
Here we go.
I'm just telling you right now that it wouldn't have happened.
I think it happened this time because of all the toilet shit we talk about on this show. And
I know. I really feel like it was like karmic or something.
Well, we were just talking about when we did the episode, I either said or I was thinking like toilets don't overflow that often.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know, but you were overdue for one.
I guess so.
I suppose.
Because I didn't even have to use that toilet for it to just...
you brought it forth. We brought it forth by talking about it too much.
And when
the toilet got nervous and choked.
When you think about influence, when you consider the influence that you have on the outside world and what your words can in turn manifest.
Yeah. They can, in fact, manifest Mitch getting his socks all full of piss.
Definitely wasn't piss. It didn't smell like piss, but it was toilet water. And I've definitely got it on my feet and my hands and my arms and right at the part of my neck where you kiss me.
Oh, God.
Right at the little kiss part of my neck. Yeah, I kind of spritzed it there like a little perfume.
Yeah.
So that's why we're late. We had to deal with all that. It was an all-day affair. We had to get like a plumber out the same day, and I had to call the management company and stuff. So the podcast had to be pushed back a little bit, but still not late.
Still not late.
Just behind.
It was pretty gross, and it was also pretty boring. So,
it was super boring because most of the day was us just being like, well, we want to record, but like, I'm going to get a call soon. I know I'm going to get a call soon, and the guy's going to be here. Mm-hmm. And while he's so we can't do it this, so let's wait for this person to respond. And then that person responds, hey, the plumber's going to be here at this time. Well, fuck, we don't have time to record now. Mm-hmm. And then when that was all finally done, we're like, well, we got to eat. We got to have dinner.
So, yeah, that's why we're here now. Hello.
Hello.
That's fine.
Hey, welcome to All Space in Between. My name's Mitch.
I'm Billy.
We got a toilet-themed little show for you today, actually, now that I'm thinking about the questions we picked.
Damn. Fuck. That's fitting, I suppose.
But before we get into all that, let's talk about our week. It's been pretty bland, just normal work stuff.
And then the house breaking.
And then the house breaking.
In the most disgusting ways.
My favorite thing of the week has been getting into Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Which you've never done before in your life.
No, I've never gotten into Buffy before, just recently. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's way better than I thought it'd be.
I've been saying.
I know. It's one of your favorite shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah. And it's based like here.
Yeah, like particularly, like, I don't want to say the town name I live in, but I guess people could just look up.
It's based like in like a kind of semi-coastal town that's in between LA and San Diego on the Hellmouth.
Right. Somewhere kind of at the side of the ocean, if you will. A place adjacent to that, yeah.
Yeah. Good old Sunnydale. And it's like basically here. So I was like, I want to rewatch it with the knowledge of what here is like.
I told you about the show Rocket Power, right?
I don't know.
That
No?
that very like extreme cartoon that was on Nickelodeon called Rocket Power. Alex and I talk about it like all the time, and that was also based in. I'm just gonna say the name, Oceanside.
Yeah.
Not necessarily was based in Oceanside, but like just like this general area, like the like from LA to San Diego, like area there, and that strip in between.
The cool surfer towns.
Yeah, that's where that was based. And in that cartoon, the town name was like Ocean Shores or something. And I was like, there it is. And it showed like, the pier and stuff. And I'm like, Jesus, it's right there. And it's so extreme.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk was in that show.
Wow.
He had a cameo.
Pretty impressive.
Looked real weird.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Buffy, though, if I could just get into it for a little bit.
Please. I would love us to become a Buffy fan cast, actually.
We're only in season 1 still.
Uh-huh.
We're only watching like a couple episodes a night before we fall asleep. And it's quite enjoyable. I enjoyed it from the first episode. I was like, oh, this is cute.
And I was all right, we got to bear in mind that the first season is it's old. It's like proper 90s shit. It went on into the 2000s, but it's 90s, and it's just they're all babies, and it's just like pretty corny. And I was kind of downplay it, but even though I love it, but it gets much more high production. It gets a bit more serious. But you watched the first one, you were just like, this is great.
This is really good, and I love it because it's like such typical 90s stuff where it's like, hey, you're meeting the cast now, and like, who's that guy? What's his name? Xander?
Yes.
Okay, so Xander rolls up on a fucking on a skateboard, and I thought he was one of the teachers, but no, he's a 10th grader or some shit. And that's what type of 90s show this is. Is that it's just like, hey, I'm Xander, and he's just rolling up on a skateboard, and he's like, I'm goofy around women.
Pause it. You're like, this man's a student.
This man is a student. He looks older than me.
He does.
What? So what? So I'm just like, oh, it's that kind of show. I love this. So it's just like very 90s shit.
Yeah.
And last night's episode was all about like the cyber web, you know, just that like very 90s take on like computers. And I could watch an entire series on that alone of just 90s interpretation of what it means to like have a computer.
Yes.
Is so good.
It's so
There's
fucking
so many quotables in that episode. Like that guy who was saying...
My absolute favorite was the guy who would... He went on a tirade at the beginning about going on the web, and he's like, when you're jacked in...
Jacked in is what I was going to say.
Reality, the only reality is virtual reality. And I was like, when you're jacked in, excuse you, when you're jacked in...
When I'm jacked into the web.
And then later on, he was just in front of the fucking computer screen.
Zombie-faced.
Just chanting, I'm jacked in.
I'm jacked in.
I'm jacked in.
I'm jacked in. And he was carving an M... into his arm, and I didn't know what that meant at first, but I just assumed it meant
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell Welling. I'm jacked in. So now that's all I'm thinking about.
That's all I'll say every time I get on a computer.
Is that I'm jacking in,
jacking
baby.
in.
I hate that. Hey guys, I'm just on the computer jacking in.
You're what?
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm jacking in. I do it often. I'm on the web jacking in. It was weird. It was very, very strange. I love 90s interpretations
it's so good.
Of the computer and like having a webcam and what that means and stuff, and like instant messaging someone.
Yeah.
I love when Willow was like instant messaging her boyfriend, and it was like the computer was reading it being like, I'm thinking of you, Willow. And she would type as she's talking out loud.
She was typing.
Saying,
she would
I'm thinking of you too. It's like, why are you doing that?
Why are you talking? You're by yourself in a computer
You're
lab.
alone.
Yeah.
At school.
But they didn't want to make the audience have to read the words on the screen. So it's just the computer for some reason reading out IM messages.
That's super funny.
Even though she doesn't need that accessibility requirement.
The cool thing about computers, the interpretation of a home computer, and like, you know, just being on the cusp of like the World Wide Web in the 80s and 90s was definitely that, like, you could spin it in this very evil cyberpunk way.
Yeah.
And that's always really satifying to me because it's a computer. It's a 90s computer too, so it can barely do anything.
Yeah, it's a floppy disk holds 5 megabytes?
Right.
What the fuck? Floppy disks play a very integral part in Buffy and like the next season as well. Yeah.
We were introduced to a character who called herself a what?
A techno-pagan.
A techno-pagan.
Yeah. She said it in a really patronizing way, like we were all meant to know what a techno-pagan was as well.
Right.
I was just like, I'm a techno-pagan? There's more of us than you think.
Yeah.
It's like, you're more than I thought.
You were...
One of you...
You exceeded my expectations on how many techno-pagans there were in the world. But now that I look at my...
She's a web witch.
Yeah, one of those little... She's just an e-girl is what she is.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's neat.
That's sick. Yeah.
E-girls should be called techno-pagans.
Yes.
Yeah, I really, really like this this idea of just having to like destroy... Like, because, you know, people will approach it being like, oh, I'm hacking into the decrypted mainframe right now, and I'm you know, and
they just say words, right?
They're just saying words.
You can say any words. Yeah. I'm logging into the cyber base of the tech blah, and then people are just like, okay,
sure,
fine.
But nerds existed in the 90s. Surely they watched that and thought that doesn't make fucking sense. that's like I wouldn't make a show at all and, you know, like pretend to be an electrician and just say, I don't know, tell him that he's like decalibrating the electro node of the main wire of the something of the pole, you know? Because any electrician would watch that and go, what the fuck is this shit? Like what is this? So why would they do they did it so often for computers.
Computers, which is like which was a household thing by that point. At least it was in every school.
Every 90s computer cyber show ends with just like a 90s kid like holding a gun to like a tube monitor
and shaking
as he shoots it, and the computer monitor goes, oh no, my firmware, and then he just dies, you know.
It just says something ominous, you know, like shutting down permanently.
And then that's it. And they're like, we're free, and then one computer in like the computer lab like flickers for a second. And it's like, oh, it's still alive. The virus is still here.
My favorite part of the episode was where Buffy gets on the computer and we see the screen, and all that's on the screen is a desktop, an old Windows desktop. We have to assume 95. Mm-hmm. And there's just a folder called Willow and the recycle bin. And what she wants to do is she wants to get the folder and put it in the recycle bin.
Well, first they said, which one is it?
First they said, which folder do you think it is? There's only one there. And then she goes, probably Willow, which is the only one there. And then there's a shot of her typing W. And I have to stress, you can tell that she's one finger typing. Because you see her look from like one side of the board to the other, go W-I-L-L-O-W, enter. And then she just clicks it and drags it to the bin.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
What was she typing?
Why couldn't
Where was she typing?
Computers existed then. You think somebody in the crew would say, hey, just do this.
Just drag it.
Just fucking drag it into the thing. Well, because we're just going to have to fix it in post.
It's so funny that they'd have the line, which folder do you think it is? But they wouldn't have the minute it would take for them to create some other folders on that desktop.
It would just create blank ones.
Yeah.
Just folders on the desktop.
No. Only one.
I love it. I could watch a whole show on that. My joke when I walk around the house is always just, you know, being like...
talking in the cyber voice?
Yeah, just being like, file deleted.
We did it right before we started recording.
And now I'm just going to do it more.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it a lot more, and it's thanks to me watching a 90s show.
Do the one that you'd said before we started recording.
Which one is that?
Podcast mode.
Oh, podcast mode activated before when I sat down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said I'm in podcast mode now. Yeah, it's been activated. Yeah, podcast mode activated. Because I'm a little computer hacker.
He's jacked in. I'm watching him jacked in right now.
I'm jacking in for you all.
And say that.
I'm on the couch and I'm jacking in. And that's how I'm communicating with you all. You can hear it in my voice. I'm jacked in.
Do you think they can hear it in my voice that I'm shirtless?
Do you think I should pop my top?
Yes.
Do you really think so?
I've been saying this.
Billy has been without a shirt this whole time.
Did you know? Could you tell?
You're wearing a little sports bra.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
It's a soft bra, I would say.
You don't have to describe it in detail.
It's blue. It's blue and athletic looking. But it is cool. Actually, the bottom
It's a bit
strap.
tomboyish.
The bottom strap is red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
That's pretty patriotic.
Those are the colors of both of our countries, I suppose. So
I'm gonna not take my shirt off, but only because they will hear it in my voice. I will sound weaker.
Start stuttering really badly.
I will sound fragile, weaker, and shy.
Yeah.
If I take off my shirt.
Yeah.
People think,
Just really distracted.
Mitch is probably kind of a fit guy. He's into eating well, you know.
He's into hacky sack and screaming in songs.
Right. No. without a shirt on, it's weird. You could just tell I'm out of shape. But I'm not. I'm thin, but I'm not muscular. Especially not in my chest and my stomach. Sometimes if I do a couple pull-ups, I can flex a little SpongeBob muscle. Mm-hmm. But those are arms. Sometimes I do leg stuff. I'm just a hair. Okay, I'm what you. Okay, imagine a high school boy.
Mm-hmm. I hate to, but
that doesn't work out.
Yeah,
I have that body type, but hairy, and it's not good. Like it's just straight up.
I like
the people that have slept with me should get a tax write-off for charity work, like for donating to a fucking charity. They really should. I think of everybody I've ever slept with, and I'm just like, thank you. I need to continually text them just saying, hey, that was really cool that you did that. Because it's cool that you did that without dry heaving.
So I have a similar thing, but with kissing, because my thing is my face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got opposite things.
Yeah, I'm super into my face.
Yeah.
I think my face is the shit.
Yeah, the most beautiful skin.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with my body, but I'm like, don't look at my balloon face.
Oh, yeah, because you imagine your face just being this little pink balloon.
Yeah, and a little naked mole rat thing.
Well, you're the one who shaved your head. So if you don't want to look like
it looked like that before as well, though. I've been saying that for years. Years.
So you shaving your head was like you leaning into it?
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah,
thanks. It worked well.
Mm-hmm. So if we had children, one would have like your head and my body.
We have to hope. Because if it was the other way around,
the other one's going to have...
It was the other way around.
Our least favorite trait.
They'd hate themselves. It would just have like your height and my panic disorder. and that was all. That would be bad.
My hormone regulation problems.
Okay. Let's get into the first question.
Okay.
We've been yapping. Hold on, I need to... Oh, God, I have to log in.
Oh, Jesus.
I gotta...
Say it.
I gotta jack in for a second.
What are we doing?
I'm checking the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're 18 minutes in, so yeah, let's get into the first question.
All right, not a question, but we got a first email.
Also, I would like to say to the people listening to this show, whether you are a new listener or an old listener, this is just a reminder that we don't like to be an advice podcast, but that's like more than half of the show at this point. We do some small talk.
We didn't plan on it, but it just
art
happened.
Advice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some general art tips and stuff like that. We talk about art. We talk about a bunch of stuff like that, but mostly we start the episode. We just say, let's get into the first question. So if you have a question that you would like us to answer on the show, you can do so by sending us a naughty little email at the email that we set up, and that email is
all the space in between at gmail.com.
I feel really corny for saying a naughty email. We don't want your naughty emails, but we do want your gross little pickles.
Yeah,
that we do want. People write in to say, hey, here's just a thing that I'm sharing with you, or hey, I need some advice on this or that. We pick a few for the show, we answer them, then we say goodbye. So we're getting into the first email right now, and it's not a question, but it's, what is it, an update?
It's just an email.
It's just an email.
It's just an email. We're just corresponding with people over the eWeb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all jacked in, and then now we can communicate.
Stop saying it. I cannot stop fucking saying it. I will also say that during that episode, they had to do a spell type thing, and they were like, oh, how are we going to create a circle? And she was like, we're going to create a circle online. So the circle thing mixed with the jacking in thing was just...
Yeah. We're all just standing in a circle jacking in.
We're all just standing in a circle jacking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Perfect.
Fantastic.
Great.
This is not how I wanted to spend 29. But here I am.
We live in a society.
A cyber soggy biscuit.
Oh, God.
A cyber biscuit, if you will. Someone has to. It's just a little GIF of one, and you have to munch it up.
Yeah, download it.
You have to download it, and that's how you lose.
You have to keep it on your computer.
You have to set it as your desktop background. Let's get to the first question.
Okay.
Or the first email.
The subject line of this, which is, I read the subject line and I was just like, hard agree, because it just says, this podcast does more harm than good.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, no shit at this point.
We know. And it says, howdy again, my friends. I write to you again with a small pickle caused by one of your recent podcasts. That person who wrote about them thinking their boyfriend was gay and therefore didn't like them put an idea into my head. I know my kind of boyfriend isn't gay, but noggins gotta figure out their way to mess with you, so I've convinced myself that he is pulling a large, elaborate prank on me. We've known each other since 3rd grade. Please help. Cheers.
All right, so this person, I'm gonna treat it like advice.
Okay.
They've known this person since the 3rd grade. Since the 3rd grade.
That's my favorite bit about this email. Yeah, they're just like, so I think this. We've known each other since the 3rd grade, so obviously it's fucking ridiculous that I think this, but...
Then again, a gut feeling is powerful.
Telling you to lead into it.
That being said, yeah. Mm-hmm. Name a better time to come out than now, They're just now realizing that their kind of boyfriend's gay. It happens. So what should they do now?
You just gotta not worry about it. This is my thing. You just gotta not worry about it, man. We can't all spend our time worrying if our boyfriends are gay.
Yeah.
Do you think I'd be in a constant you're my boyfriend. I'd be in I guess I don't have to worry. You know that your girlfriend's gay, so that's fine. Yeah. So just don't worry about it.
I'd say just don't really concern yourself with it. Like, when you're outside, you're watering the lawn, the mailman comes up, hands you your mail, says, Hey, are you Mitch? Oh yeah, that's me. Hey, that's for me. Cool. Have a great day. And I have the mail in my hands. I went through all that, but I didn't think, hey, was that guy gay? Because it's like, hello, I'm not a fucking homophobe. What is this person? Hey, is this person homophobe?
Is this person fucking
homophobic? You think?
Homophobic. Shit.
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. We should delete this segment.
Yeah, I looked up their name. They're like
podcast.
They're like the head of a really hateful rally that's happening right now.
They were at the straight pride rally.
Fuck.
They were one of those people dressed like face painted like Pepe at the straight pride rally.
It's a profile pic on there. Your boyfriend's not gay.
Probably, but if he is, that's kind of funny and cool.
Yeah, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. that too. It's all fine. Anyway, we know we do harm. We know this podcast is bringing evil into the world each and every week.
Yeah, it's just making people like puke. We've already gotten that. It's made people throw up.
But we've yet to make people piss. With laughter and fear.
With fear, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it making someone piss with fear if you threaten them to do it?
Yeah.
But they're not pissing themselves out of fear. If I'm just so scared I happen to wet myself, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If someone is like, hey, you have to piss right now, and that's the only way that I'm gonna stop tickling you, just to throw something out there.
No, that's coercion.
That's the only way that I stop. If I were to
don't
tickle you,
don't touch me.
Get
hand off me.
If I really got and I tickled you,
get your hand off me. Don't. I'm so afraid.
And I said,
I'm so afraid.
I said that the only way that you'll get out of this is if you piss.
Trying to make me piss live on the air.
Yeah, if you pissed on the air, I think our ratings would go up. I just think that our ratings would go up if you pissed on the air. I'm being serious. Billy, just fucking do it.
No.
She's covered in piss.
Stop.
She did it.
You're covered in piss.
That'd be funny if I'm tickling someone and I start peeing. That's so fire.
Like, why? You're in perfect control of your body.
If I'm just like tickling someone, they're like, stop, and I'm the one who starts pissing. That would be so. It'd be a nightmare for the person being tickled.
God.
Let's get into the other question. This one's fun. It's a would you rather.
Yeah.
Festival edition.
Festival edition. UK edition.
UK festival edition.
Yeah.
The UK trip hop garage.
Say it properly.
Garage.
Yeah.
What's another genre over there?
Grime.
Grime. That was it. Grime hip hop fest. Mm-hmm. K-hole edition. It says, hey, hi, Billy and Mitch. So a few weeks ago, I went to this UK festival. As I volunteered there, I had to stay for a week instead of the length of the festival, which was only a weekend. Now, the staff camping was 1,000,000 times cleaner than any of the other ones, but considering the toilets were still Dixies, which is a porta potty, right?
Yes.
Dixies, okay. Were still Dixies, I can't say that any of it felt too clean at any moment in time. Based on the things I've encountered, I started wondering how people would deal with this. I'm not asking for advice considering I'm safe and at home with a clean toilet and this situation has long passed, but I guess this is for research purposes or maybe just future references. So,
okay.
Imagine you're in the situation where you've got a week to go at this festival and you just really got to use the bathroom. Walking past the row of Dixies, checking for your best option, you find two. One seems pretty clean, but there's no toilet paper. Of course, you're not prepared enough to bring any yourself, and the hand sanitizer / seat cleaner stuff is also out. The other option, too, is stocked on toilet paper, but it seems the flushy thingy is broken. So in the bowl, you can see, and I guess smell, everything the last 2 to 3 people left behind. What would you do? I'm sorry for this essay of an email that might have been too in-depth about this situation. Love y'all, a now showered and clean listener.
I'd like to point out that one of the Gmail preferred responses to this that we can just auto-respond just says, wow, with a full stop. And I really want to press it.
Let's do
Can
it.
I fucking press it? It just says, wow.
Maybe. Because then they'll hear this. Fuck it. Do it.
Can I press the wow?
Yeah, do
button?
it. Just say wow.
Wow.
And then respond. Hit respond. Are you doing it?
It's gone. It's done.
Okay, cool. So they're gonna see that and be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna hear this episode in like a few hours and be like, oh, all right.
Such a funny response. It's just wow with a full stop.
The auto response. See, this is computers taking over.
Yeah.
It's them going, wow.
Wow. Okay, so I've been in this situation.
Yeah, you go to UK
numerous
festivals.
times. I go to them. I've been to many. I really only go to one anymore, but I've been to some more of the gross ones. Also, I would like to guess at which. Is there someone playing music outside?
Let's hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like not great music.
Sounds like some fucking beach party shit.
Yeah.
So
It's getting louder. I might have to close the fucking window.
It's so hot. I don't want to close the window. It's started up again.
Let's just. I mean, they're not going to hear it. It's fine. It's okay.
All
Just have to talk through it. I think it stopped. We're good.
Okay. Harder and harder for me not to dance, but okay.
Fuck it. Give me 10 minutes.
I'll be back. Go outside and start jamming outside the person's car.
It's a beach party style
Hey,
dancing.
what's going? We got a barbecue going on.
I do kind of smell fire outside. It might be that.
Okay, so I would like to take a guess from like about the time frame we got this, and they said it was a few weeks ago, and the condition that you're describing the toilets in, and I want to say it was Reading or Leeds Festival. So please respond to my wow email and tell me what festival it was, because I'm curious. I'm curious if I've been in those same horrible toilets.
I have a few questions.
Okay.
If you'll allow me.
Yes.
So we've already acknowledged and gotten to the bottom of this whole Dixie fiasco. Mm-hmm. Dixie is a porta potty.
Yeah, like
sometimes
one of those
you call
plastic
them
ones.
a portaloo.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, that we call them a portaloo, not a port. We don't say potty.
Oh.
That's an American thing.
Because it sounds too much like, in your accent, it sounds like you're saying party. And then people would think that it's a portable party.
A potty in the UK is exclusively one of those like little tiny plastic things that you train babies to go on.
Yeah, we call those potties as well.
Yeah, but you also say like now that you need to go potty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I imagine you crouching on one of the tiny plastic frogs.
I take that and we one of those things where you just shit in a frog's mouth. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm filling those up every time I go into the bathroom.
Just as a power thing.
As kind of a hot thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just dump that into the toilet.
Yeah. And then it's like he's puking it.
Oh my God. That's sick.
We're getting worse and worse.
So
it's a portaloo. It's one of those like plastic ones. They're usually blue or gray.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then they mentioned this sort of a hand sanitizer seat cleaner thing.
Yes.
Hand sanitizer I'm familiar with. Granted, I haven't been in a porta potty in quite a while. Mm-hmm. Maybe they've upgraded them. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a seat cleaner. Mm. But you were saying it's like a hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it's like a spray, and then it's got a little graphic above it that shows you kind of get some toilet paper and you put the pump on it and give it a wipe.
Oh,
so you can.
Couldn't
sit
they
on
just?
There.
I'm sure. So it's the two different compartments. There's like, here's the hand sanitizer, here's the toilet cleaner.
I think so. Yeah.
I guarantee they're filled with the same fucking liquid.
It's just alcohol.
It's just alcohol-based things, right?
Yeah. And I guarantee you someone at the festival's fucking drunk it before.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah, and had to be airlifted to the nearest hospital because they're in a field somewhere. Yeah.
It was Robert Smith himself. He did it again. Do not let him in one of those alone.
He needs to be guarded.
He'll drink the toilet seat cleaner. I would feel so disgusted. Even I'm convinced that they're the same liquid. I would feel so disgusted if I went and like accidentally used that on my hand.
The toilet seat stuff on your hand. Yeah. Well, that's the risk that you have to take.
In order to see The Cure live. At Reading. Or whatever they played recently.
Glastonbury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Glastonbury doesn't have those kind of toilets, though.
What do they have?
They have, in the areas that I stay in, they have these, like, compostable toilets where you walk up some stairs and there's a little hole, and beneath the hole is an actual wheelie bin, like your trash can outside the side of the house.
Oh, okay.
And you just shit into that. And then you get a cup of sawdust and you throw that on top.
Where does the sawdust come from?
There's a big thing of it, and you take a cup in with you.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a big like mound of it outside.
Imagine I'm just walking around the festival holding the sawdust.
It's a bit embarrassing because, you only take the sawdust if you need to shit.
Yeah, so you're just like, hey, everyone.
Yeah.
I can't hold it any longer.
Yeah, so everyone knows what's going on.
That's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
What if I walk around the festival holding the cup of sawdust like it's a beer? I'm just walking around.
Sipping it.
Eating it, yeah. Free sawdust.
The driest mouth.
Do you know why at Glastonbury?
Yeah.
They have those toilets instead of the other ones?
It's greener.
Yeah, that and Robert Smith will drink the...
Yeah. And it's safer for him to eat the sawdust. He's going to eat whatever you put in there. So it's safer for him to eat the sawdust, much like maybe a horse would, than to drink the alcohol chemicals.
Right.
Yeah.
The alcohol is fine, obviously. Mm-hmm. The chemicals are what hurts him. So, anyway, what would you do? There's two portaloos. There's two porta potties. There's two
You
Dixies.
also said that you were confused because one of the... Okay, the situation is one of them...
flushes, and I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, and the other one doesn't flush.
Yeah.
And you said none of them flush here.
I'm not saying none of them flush here. I've only been in a...
You've never come across a flushing one?
No, but again, I have not been in one in a long time. Maybe they've upgraded one. Because you said that they had like running water, basically.
It's not water. It's this bright blue chemical.
But is it watery?
It's kind of a bit thicker than water, but it's a liquid.
Is it thicker than blood? Will I choose this over my own family? It's like a soap consistency?
Bleach is thicker than blood is thicker than toilet water.
Is it like a soap?
It's almost like a bleach thing.
Oh, okay. Bleach is super watery.
Yeah, that's water is water.
Is bleach less watery than water?
Yeah,
it's perfectly watery.
All right, whatever. Maybe the natural shit you buy.
Not the thick, discolored bleach I get.
Yeah. Anyway, they flush with blue stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not used to the idea of these things flushing, because if I could describe the porta potties I've been in, they look exactly like yours on the outside. And on the inside, they're just sort of like a place to sit and a hole. And there's nothing stopping you from like reaching in and grabbing someone else's shit. Like, it's right there. You can see it. You can just see that it's full of shit and toilet paper and piss.
Yeah, that's like the compost ones. Yeah.
And eventually Steve-O is going to get in it and they're going to flip it around on him. Yeah, it's just one of those, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's not a flushing. I guess maybe some of them had a little. Maybe I have been in one. Because
there's a hole and you can see down the hole if you try. But there's kind of like a vanity bowl to protect your eyes from it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not an entire bowl, but like a little shelf almost.
So anyway, let's get
if the flush is not working, the shelf does build up.
Oof.
And I have seen it build up well above the toilet seat.
Above?
Yeah.
With shit?
Yeah.
How?
Because people will just keep going on it.
But you can't sit.
No, but they'll stand, like squat.
They'll squat over it and shit.
Yeah. And you know when you're in a porta potty, it's kind of like the whole toilet is a shelf.
Yeah. Yes.
People will kind of plant their feet on either side of it.
Well, yeah, that's what I do. Of course.
Normally.
Yeah.
Balancing on the toilet.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like porta potties. It's much more comfortable than to do that than to squat on my own toilet.
Less balancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like on home toilets, the bowl is so small and I have to plant my feet on either side of it. Squat. So what's the point? Yeah, they're more comfortable.
Yeah.
You think you sound so smart sometimes. And then you say some shit like that. No, yeah, they're like a shelf. It's almost like all this shit is just kept in this like secret chest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I've seen it
build up
come
over
out.
the toilet seat.
Yeah.
And did you then use that?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
But you got to go down the row and open every door, you know, and see what your best option is.
So anyway, we have two. Let's answer this person's question. We get
okay.
The other one. Would you rather shit in the first one, which, if I remember correctly, is clean?
Ish.
I
wouldn't go that far, but
there's no toilet paper.
Pretty clean, yeah.
Well, there's a deal breaker.
No toilet paper, and you don't have any, and the hand sanitizer, seat cleaner stuff is out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of a deal breaker. Now the other one...
then you can't even just wipe with your own hand, because you got nothing to clean your hand with.
Right.
You saying that confidently?
Yeah, I was just going to float right past it and then like not let you cook me dinner anymore. But let's just roll with that. But the other one does have that other stuff.
Yeah.
But the flush is broken.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of shitting on other people's shit and it's getting kind of close to you.
Yeah.
Here's my fake answer that they're not going to accept because it's too clever. I'd go to one and then the other. I'd go to one, gather the toilet paper, cram it in my pants so no one knows I'm smuggling. Cram it in my own ass. So no one knows I'm smuggling.
Definitely defeats the point.
So no one knows I'm smuggling it. No, I would just grab the toilet paper. Go to the other one. Shit. Use the toilet paper. Eat the toilet paper. Go back to the other one. Vomit. Wash my hands.
Okay.
Go see The Cure.
Right.
Hit up Lil Nas X after that. Go back.
Ask if Robert Smith wants to have a cup of sawdust with you.
If he wants to indulge in a bit of in a little small bottle of hand sanitizer I have in my pocket.
I was going to say the hand sanitizer thing's not a problem for me because I always have it.
You always have hand sanitizer with you?
Yes. At a festival.
But
most of the time in life, but definitely at a festival.
But the no toilet paper thing is still a deal breaker? You'd pick the first one.
I don't know what I'd pick.
You have to pick one. And okay, and here's my actual choice. I would pick the second one for sure because I'm already kind of used to
the paper one. Yeah.
I'm already used to kind of the porta potties I was describing anyway.
Yeah.
So I would just use that one if I really had to, and then I would pretend like I've never used a porta potty in my life afterwards, because I'd be so ashamed that I had to have had to have used one at some point.
Yeah.
So if someone were to ever ask like, "Hey, so you know when you use a porta potty?" and I would interrupt them, I go, "I've never used a porta potty."
Never ever.
No, I've never ever used one. And they were like, "Well, I'm only asking because I saw you walking out of one." And I go, "Oh, that? No, that wasn't a porta potty. That was a fucking TARDIS." You idiot. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Whovian. And I'm just covered in my own shit while they're... That's why they were asking me, have you ever used a porta potty before? Because you used that one so poorly that
I'm concerned you don't know how to do it.
And I say, I really like Doctor Who.
When I was at Sonosphere Metal Festival...
Mm-hmm. Sounds like the worst place to take a shit, but...
Yeah. And it is, because what I'm telling you next will really solidify that, is that people on the last day would wait for people to go into these toilets and then push them over onto the door.
Huh.
Yeah. Isn't that bad?
Well, it seems...
Shouldn't that be an arrestable offense?
I was going to say, that's definitely fucking illegal.
Shouldn't that be fucking illegal?
I would go straight to the Supreme Court with that one.
Yeah. Isn't that like so bad that it's not funny?
I'd say it got into my eyes, nose, and lungs, and now I'm afraid.
Yeah. And now I'm broken as a person.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Yeah. So they got sloshed with a bunch of human shit and piss?
Yeah.
I would never be okay again.
No. No. I need so much therapy.
Yeah, that took me right out of the mood of this podcast. Now I'm just imagining it.
Isn't it bad that was a real thing?
I can't believe you did that. You said I went to the festival.
Yes.
And we used to...
No.
Okay, people there.
Yeah.
You were there.
I was there.
You are people. You watched it happen.
I didn't watch it happen.
Oh, really? You just heard?
I saw the aftermath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there footage?
I don't know. Probably.
That's terrible. Because I always have kind of a cut on my foot, usually. So I wouldn't want...
that to get infected.
No.
Yeah.
My pinky has a toenail on it that's kind of fucked up.
His foot's bleeding again, everyone.
My foot is...
I swear to God, Mitch's foot bleeds like at least once every 2 weeks.
It's because...
Which is way too often.
I pick it. Okay.
Yeah. It's way too often.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't remember the last time my foot bled.
You should pick it more often.
No.
I got a weird toenail.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a smooth segue.
Speaking of weird
toenails,
let's move on to the next and final question as we are wrapping up and we don't have a lot of time left. Mm-hmm. Take it away.
This question is titled Unusual Toe. And I can actually say the name of the sender because they set up a special email address and everything. So all the name says is Weird Toe Girl. So we don't know who it is.
Very nice.
And it goes, Sup, Mitch and Billy? So basically, I have this fucked up toenail that makes me so uncomfortable and people judge me for it. The toenail is basically just a clump of nail. It's quite weird. For the people listening, they won't see the pictures attached, so I shall describe for them. Imagine nail clumped into a lump in the shape of a triangle, almost like a semi-flattened bead. As it's a compressed nail, it has a yellowish tint. Mitch and Billy can describe further if needed. The other reason why I hate this toenail is because people judge it. Say if I go swimming with my friends, the Karens will look at me with such disgust. Don't ask me why they look at my feet. It also hurts to cut the damn nail. I inherited this toenail from my mum and my nana. They only have the fucked up nail on one foot, but guess what? I was blessed enough to get it on both feet. Should I blame them for this mess I'm in or just cut off my whole entire foot? Kind regards, Weird Toe Girl.
Listen, weird toe girl. Mm-hmm. I said weird.
Weird.
I start talking like a baby for the rest of the...
Weird.
Hello, weird toe girl. I also kind of have a weird toe because when I was looking at these, my pinky toe is kind of strange as well. Here, look at. I'm going to show.
Okay.
Look at this toe.
Get it up.
Look at that toe right there.
Yeah.
And now look at their pictures. Side by side.
Yours doesn't look like that.
It doesn't?
Show me this other one.
Well, this other one's all bloody.
Show me the bloody toe.
Okay. What about that one?
That one's fucked up.
Well, I made that one fucked up.
God, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, that one's probably...
It's so bad. There's so many layers to it.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna
like
lose.
you peeled like the top, not the top half like laterally, but the top layer you
Yeah.
peeled off. So it's like thinner now.
It goes,
Is what you seem to do.
it goes kind of in a gradient.
Yeah, it's like a wedge. Why did you? I don't know why it's like.
I guess because I think I earned it. I guess because I work hard and I pay the rent here. So
You deserve to pick your toenails into whatever horrible configuration.
yeah, whatever
you see
shape
fit.
they're in. Look at my...
Anyway, this person did send 3 photos, flash on their toe.
I think the flash on is making it worse than it is.
I will say, A, it is very small. B, it is a bit of a weird shape. And C, it is yellow.
Let's see if I can see the yellow.
But it's not the weirdest toe I've ever seen.
I think the yellow's coming mostly from the flash being on. And got a couple things to say. Hold on.
Okay.
First thing, look at my phone with all the tabs open at once.
Okay.
And it looks like something bad. Look at just for a second. Look at like that. Like if you were flipping through my phone and you just saw this for a second and then I pulled away like that, it would for sure look like I was looking at some weird shit, right?
It's just flesh tones.
It's just flesh tones in multiple tabs in multiple different configurations.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to see is this picture here, if you can imagine. I really wish I could post these, but I'm definitely not going to, obviously. Unless. No, these pictures, imagine only viewing a pinky toe and not any of the other rest of the foot.
They
It's
have not
just
revealed the rest of the feet to us.
just the pinky toe being held in kind of a hand. So you can see the size in comparison to like the other fingers, and it's just the pinky toe, and it's the shape. Imagine me just uploading this picture here as like a dick pic.
With the fingers for like comparison.
Yeah, with the fingers so that they know it's just super micro. And they're like, that's a toe. And I go, I wish. No, I wish, believe me. They're like, it looks like there's a bone in it. Is your toe weird? No, I think it's kind of cute. I don't.
This kind of looks like my little toe. Listen, if this makes you feel any better, each and every one of my toenails, apart from the big ones look normal, but each of my other toenails is weird because they're extremely small.
They're like little
The
slivers.
ones on my little toes, like, might as well not fucking be there because they're so small.
It looks like I could pick them off accidentally.
It looks like, you know when you trim a bit of your fingernail off?
Perfect. That's a perfect example.
It looks like that fell on my toe.
Yeah.
And that's my nail.
And that's the toenail.
Yeah.
And it's even curved like that for some reason.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Your toenails, other than like the big
like
toe,
clipping.
they're like curved in a really funny way just because that's how small they are. So they don't know how else to grow.
Yeah.
And when you let them go too far, they just start to like shoot in.
They just kind of go up.
Yeah. They'll just kind of shoot
They kind of go,
upwards.
like, I don't mean up as in like up with my toe. I mean like up like at a sharp angle
away
from my toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've seen like...
So I have to keep them short. And because I keep them short, they're unbelievably small to the point where if you glanced at my little toes, you might think I didn't fucking have any.
Right. I've seen like old pictures of you where like your toenails are painted. And I'm like, that's funny. How did you do that?
Where have you seen that?
I've seen your toenails painted before.
Where are you finding my old toenails?
I'm just searching like your name and then feet, I guess. Yeah, into Google. Yeah, there's some pics of you with like painted nails.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, that's funny.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny because they're hard to paint.
Yeah, that's like how'd you do it is what I'm asking.
You have to do a lot. you have to just dab it, and then it's everywhere, and then you got to clean up around the nail.
Right.
It's too small.
Okay, I see.
It's smaller than the area of the brush.
Yeah, you kind of brush over the whole toe, and then you're like, all right, let's just kind of peel away everything that's not a nail.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Is this person's toenail weird? It's not the most normal, but you know that.
You're aware.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is it adorable?
Kinda.
A little.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I'm hoping this person's not like 14. We're just like cute feet. But toenail, I think that you're fine. Any of your friends that make fun of you for it, especially in a way that like hurts your feelings, that's whack because it's really, come on, man. Like that's a very small part of you. That's a itty bitty little part of you. And I do mean it's small. Too small. A little weird how small it is, actually. What a tiny nail. Clumped together and yellow like that. It's really not that yellow. I think it's the flash. I think if you're just walking around the pool and you had your feet out, I wouldn't just be like, what are those? What are these little fucking, what is this?
You could always take to wearing swim shoes. So there's that.
Just hide them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like all the time. Instead of accepting yourself.
Yeah, or just wear socks at the beach.
Yeah. That's a very me thing to do.
Socks at the pool. Mm-hmm. Boots in the bath.
Perfect.
Okay.
Done. No one ever has to know.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to All the Space Between. I'm Mitch.
I'm Billy. Thanks for listening to our podcast. We went to a lot of different places. We did some tangents. We did some rambles. And we talked about some pretty gross shit. So thanks for sticking with us through the whole thing. This has been episode 32, I believe.
32.
Yeah, we're on a roll. We're doing good. And we're going to be back next week on a Sunday, as usual, or on a Monday, depending what area of the world you're in. Mm-hmm. And you can listen to all our previous 31 episodes at our website, which is
allthespaceinbetween.com. And if you would like to send us your little pickles, your little predicaments, the things that we would read to pick onto the show, to read onto the show, to read onto the show.
To pick apart on the show.
To pick apart, to read on the show when I'm jacked in. Sometimes I jack in and I read
the cyber circle.
The pickles.
Yeah.
And send us an email sometime. The email is
allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com. Please tell your friends. Please leave a review. Please have a good week.
Have a wonderful week. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.